before I start, I want you to do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss stories like this. And after you listen, drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think about this one. It all started at the office holiday party. I remember walking in, tried to shake off the long day. My tie slightly crooked, my shoes scuffed from the snow outside. I spotted her immediately, my wife, the woman I thought I knew completely, laughing at something someone said. At first, everything seemed normal. She smiled at me, but then I noticed it. The way her eyes lingered on someone else, a man from her department I barely recognized. I tried to shake it off, telling myself I was overthinking. Maybe she was just being friendly. But there was something in her smile that didn't feel like me anymore. Something sharp, teasing, flirtatious in a way that made my stomach churn. I tried to join the conversation, but she brushed past me to lean closer to him, laughing at jokes I hadn't heard. My chest tightened. I wanted to leave, to pretend I hadn't noticed, but instead I stayed, feeling invisible. The next few days, subtle things started to add up. Missed calls when I knew she was home. Sudden texts she left open for hours. Defensiveness when I asked simple questions about her day. At first, I blamed myself. Was I imagining things? Was I too stressed to read her mood correctly? But then late one night, I saw it. Her phone lighting up on the counter. I knew I shouldn't, but curiosity won. There it was. A string of messages that made my heart pound like a drum. Flirty, intimate texts that weren't meant for me. Inside jokes I didn't know. Words that belonged to someone else. Promises that should have been ours alone. My hands shook as I scrolled, my mind racing. I felt sick, betrayed, confused. I couldn't breathe properly. How could she? How could the woman I loved, the person I shared my life with, be doing this behind my back? I confronted her that night, trying to keep my voice steady. Who is this? I asked, holding her phone like evidence in a trial. She froze, eyes wide, and for a second, I thought maybe I had misread it. Then she admitted it. Yes, she had been flirting, just harmless fun. She said nothing serious. But her lips were trembling, her excuses clumsy. I wanted to scream. I wanted to hit something. Instead, I felt a cold clarity wash over me. This wasn't a mistake. This was a choice. For days, I wrestled with my anger and heartbreak. Every shared memory now felt tainted. The way she laughed at the dinner table, the little notes she left me, even the way she brushed my arm. It all felt like lies. But I couldn't let this go. Not quietly. Not without her understanding what she'd done. So I planned, not in a cinematic revenge way. No breaking windows or dramatic shouting, but in a way that would make her feel the weight of her betrayal. I confronted her at work, calmly, in front of colleagues. I read some of the messages aloud, watched her face drain of color, watched her try to explain herself. I stayed composed, though inside my heart was screaming. I made her see the pain she caused, not just to me, but to the trust we'd built over years. She cried. She begged. She said she never meant to hurt me, but her tears couldn't undo the truth. I realized then that love wasn't enough when trust was gone. I told her we needed space, time to rebuild, and if she couldn't prove she could be honest, I would walk away. The hardest part wasn't the confrontation. It was the silence afterward. Coming home to an empty house. The echo of her laughter replaced by my own memories. The little things that used to make me smile now cut like knives. I sat with my feelings, let myself grieve, and finally accepted that some wounds aren't quick to heal. Over time, I started to reclaim my life. I focused on work, on friends, on myself. And slowly, that ache of betrayal softened into quiet strength. I learned to trust myself again, to value my worth, and to understand that love is never an excuse for disrespect. We eventually separated. It was painful, yes, but necessary. She learned the hard way that choices have consequences. And I learned that forgiveness isn't always about staying. It's about understanding your own limits. Now, when I think back to that night at the office party, I still feel a pang, but it's different. It's not heartbreak anymore. It's a reminder that betrayal hurts, but it doesn't define you, that even in the darkest moments, you can choose strength over despair. And that sometimes making someone pay isn't about revenge. It's about standing up for yourself, reclaiming your dignity, and refusing to let someone else's mistakes destroy your life. So, if you're listening to this, remember, trust your instincts, value your worth, and never settle for being hurt in silence. And again, hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments what you would have done in my shoes. I want to hear your thoughts, because some lessons are better shared than suffered alone.